Page 70 of the TLVs, BEIs, definitions and notations. Oxygen deficient atmosphere is less than 132 torr. Requirement of 19.5% at least minimum. Let's move on to particle size. Let's move on to notice of change. Particle size for solid and liquid particulate matter. TLVs are expressed in terms of total particulate matter, except when the terms inhalable, thoracic, or respirable particle mass are used. Nanomaterials are 100 nanometers or smaller in one or more dimension. Particles insoluble or poorly soluble and not otherwise specified. Concentrations should be kept below 3 milligrams per meter cube for respirable and 10 milligrams per meter cube for inhalable. Biological indexes, there's a number of those. The carcinogenicity is an agent capable of inducing benign or malignant neoplasms. Specific notations A1 through A5 are used. Inhalable fraction. Inhalable fraction is used when material exerts sufficient vapor pressure that it may be present in both particle and vapor phases. Sensitization, dermal and or respiratory sensitization. R-SEN is for respiratory. D-SEN is for dermal. These TLVs are not intended to protect those workers who have already become sensitized. Moving on, let's look at the specifics for designation for skin. Cutaneous route, including mucous membranes and the eyes, is skin notation. The use of the skin notation is intended to alert the reader that air sampling alone is insufficient to quantify exposure accurately, and that measures to prevent significant cutaneous absorption may be required. Again, we're talking about cancer risk, so the worst is A1, and that's it's a carcinogen to humans. Suspected human carcinogen is A2. A2 is suspected human carcinogen. A3 is confirmed animal carcinogen with unknown relevance to humans. A3 is confirmed animal carcinogen with unknown relevance to humans. And A4 is not classified as a human carcinogen. And then A5 is not suspected as a human carcinogen. Move on. Particles, insoluble, poorly soluble, not otherwise specified, do not have an applicable TLV, are insoluble or poorly soluble in water, and have low toxicity. Particle size selection for airborne particulate matter. Let's go ahead and look at the three that are there. There's inhalable particulate matter. So that's anywhere in the respiratory tract. There's the thoracic particulate matter, and those materials that are hazardous when deposited anywhere in the lung area, airwaves, and the gas exchange region. And then there's the respirable particulate matter for those materials that are hazardous when deposited in the gas exchange region. Okay, let's move on. I think that might be the last one. The addition, applicable addition mixture formula, that is, if the sum of concentration 1 over T1 plus concentration 2 over T2 equals total concentration over T. When two or more hazardous substances have similar toxicological effect on the same target organ or system, their ambient effect rather than that of the individual shall be given. T is the threshold limit, C is the concentration. All right. Move on. Minimal oxygen content. The level of oxygen content is there. And then lastly, partial pressure of oxygen. Look at this. You can see that the partial pressure of oxygen, as that increases, that actually goes down as altitude increases. So you got to be aware of that. And that's it.